Welcome back to the Deep Dig Sports Pod. I'm your host, Drew, my other host right over here next to me.
What's up? It's D. Good to see you again. Go ahead and hit that like button. Go ahead and subscribe. If you're watching on YouTube, we have an audio version. If you're listening to the pod, go ahead and hop over to the YouTube and do all that good stuff.
Someone who's working their way up the depth chart, Jyaire Brown, got some rumblings out of camp, some reports that he's looking great. He's getting a lot of interceptions. I guess he locker room mates with Brandon Ayuk.
Yep.
Those guys are having good battles. Everyone's saying he looks amazing. Do you think he could be day one starter over a guy like Tashaun Gibson, or is it we're gonna work him in? Do you think he could be a nickel?
I don't know. We've seen them love guys and still hold them back a year, a la Telano Hufunga. You know, the first year, they really kind of worked him in as a rover, special teams guy. And then the second year, they're like, hey, we're comfortable. We know exactly 100% who you are. This is what we're going to do. I think they are going to take that because historically, that's what this team has done. Look at Drake Jackson last year. Hey, you are our highest pick still, but we want to work you in slowly. Now this year, year two, it's looking like he's going to take that step to being the full-time starter. Can you do it? Yeah, because we know. So I think they're going to do that. I think they're really going to work him in. And Tashaun Gibson last year, you know what he was, and it was really good. Once Jimmy Ward stepped out, there was no fall off as far as the play. I think he
stepped up.
Yeah, if anything, he looked better. You know what I mean? But it is what it is. I think they're going to keep with the tried and true and do that. Get him in the year. Let him learn what it is like to be on an NFL field. Hey, here you're going to have your chance to shine in special teams, and we're going to play you here and there sparingly. And then year two, you're going to step in, and you are going to be the starter.
Yeah, it's something to say, too, that this is a 49ers team that doesn't just hand the keys over to rookies in the secondary. Like, we all thought when we drafted, like, Demo Lenore and Ambry Thomas, like, we were like, oh, well, these guys are going to compete for that other starting job. And it was like, these guys are quickly the fifth and sixth corner on this roster.
Yeah.
And they had to slowly work their way up. And it turns out Ambry Thomas came in like at the end of that season and he looked like he was going to be a starter. And now this past season, Demo Lenore, he solidified himself as a fucking go-to player and a solid corner. And even now it's like, well, we signed Isaiah Oliver. We have a starter already in Mooney Ward. And this other side of the field, it's kind of a toss-up. We're not going to just hand it to anyone.
Well, and even think of last year in training camp, Sam Womack looked like the for sure slot corner. He had amazing plays. He was just around the ball as often as possible, but nothing is really given to rookies with this San Francisco 49ers defense. You kind of got to earn it, and they're going to make you pay your dues.
Yeah, and so Tashaun Gibson, unless he has a crazy fall-off from his age, and last year was just like a fluke out of nowhere, I think, yeah, Brown is going to have to work in special teams, and he's going to have to like make the most of just random opportunities seeing the field. But I think if he keeps getting interceptions like this in practice and he shows out in the preseason, I mean, yeah, Womack did this last year, so it's hard to say like Brown is going to be different. They're going to be like, well, yeah, let's put him in the regular season. So I don't know. It's going to be a toss-up. I feel like other teams would see those highlight reel plays and be like, we got to get this guy on the field. But the 49ers are just not that. They're like, hey, yeah, you looking good, kid, but next in line.
Yeah. Because there is a bunch of dudes just chomping at the bit.
Yeah, it's kind of Warriors-esque where it's like, well, we have Draymond and Clay. We don't want to play Kuminga and Poole too much. You know, like it's kind of that. But yeah, let us know in the comments. Do you think we roll with Tashaun Gibson? We go with the new guy, Jyaire Brown, try to get a Rookie of the Year maybe?
Yeah, possibly.
Well, let us know. But staying